Hello and welcome to JV West Season 6 Round 7. The Argentinian J-Prix, as our drivers are in the middle of pre-qualifying. Let's take a look at upgrades and the championships. For the upgrades, we've got speed upgrades for Mansour Autosports and Scuderia Carmona, bringing them closer to INR in terms of speed. We've also got a double turbo upgrade for SCR. We've got a grip and a turbo upgrade for Electric Racing, which brings them joint third best with Compass. The speed upgrade for Mansour brings them back to the top of the grid. An acceleration and a grip upgrade for Little Honkers, and a triple grip upgrade for INR as new owner Freseni focuses on improving the car, making it all-rounded apart from just speed only. INR, well, we'll take a look at that in the Constructors. Right now, Drivers' Championship, Freseni remains 4 points ahead of Mr. Kronk and in the lead of the Drivers' Championship, and Freseni has 2 tokens left to spend, which he will have to be spending today. Mr. Kronk has no tokens left to spend, neither does Edvarditos or Not That Guy, and third and fourth Yoa has 2 to spend, and fifth and Vinci, in what appears to be a very great first season for him, is up in 6th, but of course has spent all of his tokens already. And the Constructors, of course, final item on the agenda. INR are currently 14 points ahead of Mansour in the Constructors. 2 rounds left to go. Mansour and INR have the same amount of tokens left, 2 tokens being spent by both Freseni and Yoa in this race, and no tokens in the next one, as it is the tokenless finale. Will Mansour, with their top of the grid car, be able to bridge the gap between them and INR, or will INR finally be able to promote the Challenger Virtual? Which one of these teams is going up? Round 7 may hold the answers as pre-qualifying comes to an end. Let's get ready for 3 minutes of proper qualifying action. Here we go, and for the first lap we'll take a look at the tokens. Already talked a little bit about them in the Drivers and Constructors. Here they are, 4 tokens being spent by Botti, the home race for him in Argentina here today, and Shaggins in her rookie season spending 4 for I believe the first time this season. 3 tokens being spent by Journeyman of Scuderia Carmona and Odd Koopa of Compass Automobile Experience. 2 tokens being spent by Yoa and Freseni, the 2 main drivers who we will have to be monitoring. 14-point gap INR have ahead of Mansour, 14 points. 2 tokens also being spent by Toad Speed, who will be hoping to finish in the points with that amount of tokens spent. 1 token being spent by Minecat, Texman the first, and also both the Monkey Racing drivers, the Monkey Racing remaining the second best car on the grid. 1 token each from Smalls and Nems will be hoping to get into the points, into a good position. But with tokens out of the way, let's focus on the qualifying here, as drivers are about to finish their second lap, their first representative lap, and it looks like Girouni is looking quite good around this track. But it is Botti who goes on to provisional pole on his home race. He won the Argentinian J-Prix last time round. He'll be hoping to continue that. Here today. In fact, let's take a look at the previous race 7 results. Yes, last season Botti won the Argentinian J-Prix. Season 5. What about Season 3? Season 3, also Argentinian J-Prix won by Botti. Did we have in Season 2? Did we have the Argentinian J-Prix? Apologies while I'm looking at this. Let's see what's happening. Shaggins on provisional pole. Yoa on provisionally on the front row with just half a minute left to go. The lap after this one might be the final one. And Botti is looking quite rapid here. Girouni was boosting and Botti still made it past him, but it's a four-way fight for pole position here. Odd Koopa and Freseni bit further behind in 5th and 6th currently. Toad Speed in 7th and Minecat in 8th. Great stuff from the Toad Racing Systems drivers despite low token spends. Edward Tito's tokenless 10th at the current moment. Who will finish on pole position? Botti has had a fast lap. He's gone up to the back of Yoa now, but is that enough for him? Shaggins is not going to improve. Will Botti? Yes, he will! He goes onto pole position in his home race as he hopes for another victory round this circuit. Will he be able to deliver? It is going to be a tough fight. Lots of competitors here, but Freseni qualifies only in 8th position. Let's take a look at the full qualifying results. Here are the full qualifying results. Let's put up the tokens and upgrades just so you have an idea of what we're dealing here with. Botti starts from pole position in Argentina, and of course he's won the Argentinian's J-Prix since its inception twice in a row. Can he make it 3 times? He's going to have a lot to deal with. He's got Shaggins starting on the front row, spending 4 tokens just like him. Yoa starting from 3rd, spending only 2 tokens, but that he is in the top car on the grid. Girouni starting from 4th, 3 tokens in a real good car as well. Smalls starts from 5th with just 1 token. Odd Koopa starts from 6th with 3. Toad Speed starts from 7th with 2. Freseni starts from 8th with 2, beaten by the Toad Racing Systems car. Minecat starts from 9th with 1. Mr. Crunk starts tokenless from 10th position. Texman the first with 1 token starts from 11th. Edward Tito's tokenless starts from 12th. Nems with 1 token starts from 13th. Enigma, and I think everyone below him, tokenless. Enigma starts 14th. Vinci Ellie Lockout the 8th row. Aria Carmona starts from 17th. Hank from 18th, not that guy from 19th. And Cloud makes this qualifying grid. 1 huge Aston Martin sandwich as he starts from the back. Let's get straight into the race. 24 laps awaits us around Buenos Aires. Let's go. Here we go. 24 laps awaits us, and Botti has started on the soft, so has Shaggins, as she takes a look round the outside, unable to make a move just yet. Now down the inside, Botti shrugs it off. Yoa starting behind them on hard tyres. Very risky manoeuvre. Shaggins round the outside into the lead of the race. Botti now under threat from Girouni for 2nd place. Oh, bit of slide in there for the Aston Martin car. Shaggins trying to escape the pack behind her. Girouni, Odd Koopa has gone all the way up to 4th position now. Yoa is dropping, already down to 5th on those hard tyres. Freseni's up to 6th. Mr. Crunk started on the softs, tokenless 7th. Matzar are pressing onwards to try and steal this championship from INR. And we've got both the Monkey Racing drivers and both Toad Racing System drivers and Advertitos all fighting for the final points possessions. This is insanity manifest. Shaggins still in 1st. That is a hilarious name, honestly. 2nd for Botti, 3rd for Girouni. The highest token spenders in the podium positions. The highest token spenders, in fact, in the top 4, as Odd Koopa spending 3 is up in 4th place. And it's Yoa. Mr. Crunk has made an amazing getaway. Tokenless P6 at the current moment. Can he keep it? Toad Speed behind him on 2 tokens. Freseni behind him on 2 tokens. Both of them started on the hard tyres, but Toad Speed gets past Mr. Crunk just now. And Freseni is next one to try and get past. And then we've got Nems in 9th with 1 token. Minecat in 10th with 1 token. Smalls has dropped down from his amazing qualifying position. The Texman the first, we see him in the background there in 13th with 1 token. Edward Tito's tokenless also doing quite well. It is Shaggins still in 1st. Botti has dropped down to 3rd, but he's looking for a comeback, for an attack on Girouni here. Down the inside, doesn't have enough space. Now on the inside and round the outside, and there he goes. Botti is back into 2nd position. Girouni on the back straight, looking to counter, and he does so. Just the traction is unbeatable on that Scuderia Carmona. 6 speed they've got now, 5 grip and 5 turbo. If I remember correctly, we can pull up the upgrades right here. Yes, that is correct. 6 speed, 5 grip, 5 turbo. Just an amazing car. Meanwhile, we've got the Aston Martin. Is 7 acceleration and 7 turbo, but only 4 speed and 4 grip. Outmatched on those stats by Scuderia Cremona. Then, of course, we have Low Honkers, 5 speed, 5 grip, but only 3 acceleration and 3 turbo. So that is the difference between the 3 competitors here. But Shaggins is driving quite calmly right now in first place. Vo is unable to just quite make that getaway. It's always just under 2 seconds. Shaggins already into the pits onto a set of hard tires after just 5 laps. Shaggins has pitted, and that promotes Girouni to the lead of the race. Botti in second. Joa has bested Alt Koopa to take third. Shaggins has exited down in fifth. Then we've got Freseni. And Mr. Crunk is in 8th, Edvarditos in 9th. As things stand, of course, there was a 14 points gap that INR had ahead of Matzer before this race. As things stand, it's 15 points for Joa, who has really closed down on Botti and Girouni, are both into the pits of the soft tires, and maybe Shaggins' undercut works out splendidly. Amazing undercut by Shaggins. Is now back up into third, but right now, Joa 25 points. Mr. Kronk has pitted outside of the points, so has Everditos, and Freseni's in fourth for a total of 12 points. That is 13 points gain by Matsar, so that would leave them just 1 point behind INR going into the final round. Very, very close, but we'll have to see how things stand after everyone has pitted at least once, of course. Even then, that's not going to paint the full picture, but Shaggins already up into second on those hard tires. Alt Koopa on very worn mediums. Freseni and Joa both on well-worn hard tires. Girouni is on fresh hards. Botti on fresh mediums. Botti really looking to make some history by winning the Argentinian J-Prix for the third time in a row. He's won it back in Season 3 and back in Season 5. Both of those seasons, it was the penultimate race of the season, and in this season, it is once again the penultimate race. Season 2 did not feature the Argentinian J-Prix, but Botti is raring to go and win his home race for the third time in a row, undefeated at this track as he gets past Freseni now. He's gone past during a while back. Alt Koopa into the pits. That promotes Botti up to the podium, but he is now a vast distance away from Shaggins than he was before the undercut. 5 seconds. Just an incredibly effective undercut from Shaggins there. Joa now on worn tires. Shaggins might be able to make that getaway that it looked like she was struggling with earlier. But now it's looking really great for her and for Low Honkers, who I believe are currently still winless in their debut season. They did get a P2 in the opener from Enigma, but they got bested by Freseni that race. And yeah, they are currently winless. This would be their first win this season, but if Botti were to win, it would be Aston Martin's first win of the season. Very interesting to see how that will pan out. Girouni has gotten back ahead of Botti now, as they're trying to close this gap down to 4.5 seconds, down to 4 seconds now to Shaggins. 3.6 perhaps. The timing is not always accurate, and sometimes, of course, it has to increase back up, but is 3.38 at the current moment that it's showing. Is about under 4 seconds, that's for sure. Botti on the back of Girouni here. Them battling may slow down each other in their pursuit of Shaggins. It's still a 4 second gap, is increased if anything, but Shaggins' hard tires are wearing out faster. Of course, they're 1 lap older. However, Botti's Mediums don't have much that life left in them either, as he gets back ahead of Journeyman, but they've lost a second to Shaggins. Journeyman just reclaims the second place like nothing happened. Body is really struggling those worn mediums now. Yoa in fourth on fresh medium tires. Odd Koopa onto softs. He's gone. He's in fifth. He's looking to chase down Yoa. Body dropping heavily behind Journeyman, is not able to close down that gap to Shaggins either. Shaggins way out in the lead. We're over halfway into the race already. It's been quite a quick one. And Body now, Odd Koopa's chasing him down. His teammate Cloud in 20th at the current moment. Huge Aston Martin sandwich that nearly everybody is piled into. I think Body should be pitting this lap. His mediums are clearly not going quite well. Doesn't look like he will, and Odd Koopa was on his inside line there, which might have stopped him from pitting, which would be unfortunate. Odd Koopa now ahead of Journeyman, really going quickly on those softs, though he will have to pit soon. So will Journeyman's timed the stint quite well. Shaggins will have to pit soon as well. Body now also catching up to Journeyman. The hard tires are starting to fall off. However, Body's forced out wide to the grass. Him, Journeyman and Yoa all very close together, but he swerves out wide. Yoa gets passed into fourth position. Odd Koopa's into the pits. Body is finally into the pits. Journeyman and Yoa stay out. This is an opportunity for an undercut. Shaggins into the pits as well. Body has gone onto soft tires. He will have to pit again on this compound. For Zenny nearly overtakes him as he exits. Odd Koopa is pitted out onto hard tires. I think he will keep those tires until the very end. It's now Body try and catch him. And the gaps have just grown substantially. Shaggins stays out on those hard tires. What about Yoa and Journeyman? Yoa is staying out. Journeyman is into the pits. Odd Koopa and Body may be able to leapfrog him. And they do so. Journeyman's onto medium tires. Those may last him till the end. Body's softs definitely won't last him to the end. What does he plan to do? Is he hoping for rain? What will he be able to achieve? Shaggins still running out on those hard tires. Meanwhile, down the order, we've got Nems up in 7th, Smalls in 8th, Toadspeed in 9th, and Mr. Crunk in 10th position. Shaggins is finally into the pits. Will Yoa also enter the pits? Yes, he will. Shaggins now exiting. Body in 3rd. How close behind Shaggins will he be? He does get past Yoa. He's 3.5 seconds behind. He's 3 seconds behind. He's got to make that gap up as quickly as possible. His soft tires, he's managed to pull off just as great as an undercut as Shaggins did at the start of that second stint. But it's all about the car now. And just that final push to try and close down the gap. And we've got Odd Koopa in 3rd on those hard tires. He's looking like a competitor, honestly, in this whole fight for the race. When Shaggins on the softs should just last her to the end. But Odd Koopa's got the advantage to some extent. Compass with really good grip as well. Body's unable to close down that gap. It's a 3-second gap and he's been unable to close it down. Looks like it's increased now. Shaggins may have been forced out wide there by a lapped car. Decreased. The gap's decreased, but it's still not enough for Body. It's 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds. And we can compare the lap times actually. And Shaggins and Odd Koopa has done the same lap time as Shaggins on hard tires. And Body meanwhile has done just a few tenths faster of a lap time. Zenny's now into the pits and he falls down from 6th place down to 7th. Yoa only managing 5th at the moment. Botty's softs are now starting to decay. Shaggins is into the pits, and so is Botty. And Odd Koopa is into the lead of the race. What will be happening these final 4 laps? Shaggins and Botty both on fresh softs. Jiruni overtakes Shaggins. Yoa and Jiruni both overtake Botty. But they've got very fresh soft tyres. Botty's got the fastest lap. What will be happening? Top 5 are insanely close together. We got Frozzeni chasing down Smalls on very fresh softs. Odd Koopa in the lead of the race, but will that carry on for long? Shaggins has gone past Jiruni, so has Yoa gone past Jiruni. Botty is picking up the slack here at the back. Let's take a look at the lap time of everybody as they cross the line to finish lap 20. It's 39.62 for Odd Koopa, 38.55 for Shaggins, 38.47 for Yoa, 39.95 for Jiruni, only 39.03 for Botty. Shaggins already catching up to Odd Koopa. Botty yet to get past even the lapped car of Minecat. But now, can he do it on this back straight? He's stuck behind. Now he makes on the inside, gets past Yoa as well. And now going into this final sector, is setting his eyes on Jiruni as well. Shaggins right on the back of Odd Koopa here. And Botty is through into 3rd position. He's not too far from Shaggins and Odd Koopa themselves. But he's got to keep going. Shaggins is into the lead of the race, looking to make this her first win, and the first win for Low Honkers. Odd Koopa down into 2nd. Through careful strategy, he's been able to challenge the 2 4-token spenders. Botty now rapidly accelerating through that back straight, looking to catch to the back of Odd Koopa, but is it too little too late to get Shaggins here? It has to get past Odd Koopa before the end of this lap, and he manages to do so on the inside. But now there is a 2-second gap, and Odd Koopa's looking for a counter move. He's got Texman the first, his teammate, the lapped car, also to deal with. Botty is managing to keep up in 2nd position, but Shaggins has got a good lead going, 2 seconds, and we've only got 2 laps remaining. The softs are starting to wear out from juice, and Odd Koopa is boosting his way past Botty here on the back straight, making it just more difficult for the both of them. Odd Koopa's hearts are really falling off now. That boost might have been the last thing in his tank. Shaggins is holding on to the lead. Botty is right back past Odd Koopa. It's into the final lap now. Into the final lap. It's a 38.48, 38.25 for Shaggins. Botty, 2-second gap. 1.7 second gap, 1.85 on the back straight. Can he get it? He's not deploying his boost. Shaggins did deploy all her boost. He's gotta get past Edvartitos, does so right there. He's deploying his boost now here. He is just that little bit away from Shaggins, but it looks like Shaggins will be able to get it. Botty goes wide, swerves wide there, and that is all he could have done. Shaggins wins the Argentinian J-Prix. Botty in 2nd, finally defeated as home race, but still gets 2nd place, just under a second behind. Odd Koopa on the podium. Yoa in 4th, 12 points for Matsar, but that's counteracted. Jiruni in 5th, and Frozzeni in 6th counteracts it. Only 5 points gained for Matsar. That leaves 9-point gap with INR in front. Smalls makes it 7th place. Toad Speed finishes in 8th. Nems in 9th. Mr. Crunk gives us a tokenless P10 finish. 11th for Edvartitos, just outside the points for him. 12th for Texman the first. 1 token was not enough for him. 13th for Minecat, not enough. 1 token as well. 14th for Enigma. 15th for Ellie. 16th for Ari Carmona. 17th for Vinci. 18th for Hank. And it looks like everyone will finish before the countdown ends. 19th for Cloud, and 20th for Not That Guy. Oh, and it's a tied fastest lap. I think Botty would get it. He's gotten the fast lap first, I believe. but not sure about that. We'll have to check the recording back. But yeah, there you have it. What a race. Shaggins with the first ever Little Honkers victory, and also a victory in her rookie season. Amazing job. Odd Koopa finally gets I think finally a podium for Compass. No, they had a podium before. It's a second podium this season. But they've definitely underperformed. Matzer have 9 points remaining to catch INR. And it's all down to the tokenless finale. So we'll have to see who will promote the Challenger Virtual. See you then.